What's good, everybody? It's your girl, Miss T Talk. I am here with Valentino. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I have no complaints. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling well today. This is like my first time doing an interview in so long.
Really?
And it feels so good to be here in a new space under Young Atlas. So shout out to Young Atlas.
Shout out to
your
Young
girl.
Atlas, yeah.
Yes, I'm back. And I'm back with new people, new content, new quality.
Okay.
And talking about quality, I mean,
Right.
that is, so you do that all the time, quality content.
Yes.
You're a filmmaker. I don't even know what category to put you in,
Okay.
because you do so much. But let's start off with comedy.
Yes.
So when has your love for comedy came about?
It goes back. I've been doing comedy professionally for 5 years now.
Oh, okay.
But it goes back to just, in my mother's living room, acting a fool, being entertainment for the family. So it goes that far back. But professionally, yeah, 5 years
For
now.
5 years.
Yeah.
Did anything spark, or did your family be like, okay, he's kind of funny, or maybe he should, do some stand-up? Did anybody like inspire you to try to pursue it?
No, actually, I have to give credit to a good friend of mine, John Phillips, actually, who started me, because he called me on stage. He was doing comedy a year before me, and I went to one of his shows to just support him, and he was hosting it, and he called me up on stage out of the clear blue.
Oh my God! So there was like, oh my, was you ready? Because I feel like when you're like a comedian, you have to kind of be ready.
Yes.
And it's about, we were just talking about earlier about Kevin Hart and how he came about on Netflix, which is amazing.
Right.
I didn't think it's a lot of memorization. You gotta write things down and how you say things. And
I don't write though.
I was gonna ask you, what is the formula that Valentino has?
I talk about life experience. That's what the whole Valentino experience is about. So everything that I go through in life, I find a way to make it funny. And God has given me a gift to be able to memorize so much. So I've never written any jokes or anything like that. Every time I get on stage, it's off my head.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's like, when Jay-Z says he hasn't read, it comes out the ear like Bluetooth. Jay-Z did say that, so
Yes,
I guess that's definitely is a gift to definitely have, and to keep the audience going. I just feel like being in that area and making people laugh. How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel great, just to be able to help people. Because like for that time that I'm on stage, people can forget about everything they're dealing with, all their trials and their tribulations, whatever they had going on that day. It's my job to get them focused off of that and just to enjoy life at that moment. So to see people laughing and having a good time, it brings me joy. So I just really enjoy it.
I think that's a beautiful job, to be in, and to talk about your life experiences, because even you would talk about the struggles as well.
Yeah.
You bring light to that.
Yeah, I got to. You got to. Everything you go through is an experience, so it's just all about how you look at it and how you view it. And even though some things can be very, traumatizing or dramatic at the time, when you look back on it, to be able to make people laugh with it, it helps you too to deal with it in that manner too.
It does. It does definitely help you, get through it and try to get through life, because, we are getting older. Life is getting shorter. Yeah. And to be a comedian is to really embrace what we're definitely going through. So that's dope that you've been doing that for the last 5 years. It's pretty new. I would say that's pretty new.
Yeah, it's new. I've been blessed to be able to see my career take off as fast as it has so far. It's been nothing but God, a true blessing. I've been on stage with so many people that I've watched on TV, from Overton, from Living Single to Talent, Joe Torre.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so it's like I used to watch these people on TV, and now I'm sitting on the stage with them.
That's amazing.
And so it's been awesome.
Yes, to have that connection. I'm glad that that comedy is. It's at this moment. I feel like back in the day, like I did watch like the Def Jam, like when they had like that I think it was on Netflix.
Yeah, and the Def Jam 25.
Yeah, the Def Jam 25. I'm like, wow, we did this. Like we did this. Yes. And comedy has been around for so many years. Yeah. A lot of women comedians are definitely coming out now, which is amazing. And okay, let's talk about the Rudolph Valentino experience, the RV experience. Give me a little bit more insight about that.
Like I said, again, it's just really about my life and things that I've witnessed or been through. and I found ways to either put it in on stage or in film, on a stage play in that kind of format. And my mom kind of expires. God rest her soul. I lost her in June.
Oh.
And she's been giving me like the mantle to kind of carry out, and really step forward with it. And inspire me to use all the gifts that God has given me. So it's just really just taking about life experiences, man, and just making fun of it.
Making fun of it, yeah. When I was like definitely looking at what your roster and going through what you were doing, I'm like, oh, this is like the little Tyler Perry. I feel, because you're doing films. You're definitely you're tapping into films. So tell me more about films. Like, are you writing it? You're producing it? What is your role into making a film?
So I actually play a little bit of everything, from acting,
I saw that,
to writing, to producing, to even directing. So the Not Your Average Joe series that I'm getting ready to bring out now, I actually wrote it, directed it, produced it, and starred in it.
Wow. So what is the synopsis around?
So what that is it's actually, what I've done is it's been inspired by the story of Joseph the Dreamer in the Bible. So I took that story and kind of brought it into modern day times, so that people can really relate to it. And basically what it is Joseph, he plays a district attorney who gets locked up. He gets accused of something and gets locked up. He didn't do it. But while in jail, he has visions of innocent men that are in jail. And because he's a lawyer, he actually gets them out of jail. But he can't get himself out.
That's reminding me of For Life.
Yeah, it's crazy because
if you don't know, 50 Cent does have a new show on ABC called For Life. So you're telling me, I'm like, that reminds me of, I did see the first episode. Did you see the first episode?
I haven't seen it. It was amazing. Like right after I shot my short film, I saw the commercial for that. I was like, wow, you got to be kidding me. And so it was like the way the concept is, so it's inspired by the Joseph the Dreamer story in the Bible,
Oh, that's, talking about, let's get into justice, because nowadays a lot of people are being locked up for things that they're not, they were never accused of. We're talking about killing, we're talking about rape and stuff like that. And I'm glad that technology has gotten better to get these innocent people out of jail. Yeah,
I mean, that experience, that's the part of the experience. So the crazy thing how God works, he works in mysterious ways. I always say that. Right before I actually shot, a week before I shot the Not Your Average Joe, I actually spent the day in jail for tickets. So I didn't even know. So it was crazy because I got a ticket, I didn't know, and so they usually go pay your ticket and be out with it. But for some reason they kept me, and they kept me overnight. They put me in the jail suit, the whole nine. So I actually experienced being in a cell. And I'm listening to the conversation. I'm listening, watching how inmates are being treated and everything. So it really gave me a whole new outlook even when I shot the film, because, I sat there and said to myself, animals are going to be animals if they're treated like animals.
Okay.
And, I'm looking at these men that some have made mistakes, some are in there wrongly, but they get thrown in a box and they get treated like animals, They like caged animals while they're in there. And then you expect them to come out and try to be great members of society. It's not going to happen. Because you're training them. You're literally training them just to come back. Because in all actuality, it's become big business. Because the more inmates I get, the more money we get from the government. So that's what it's become. It becomes a rotating field.
Yeah, definitely. Wow, that's a good story that you definitely said. I would never.
I would never expect it either.
Tickets. Wow. For you to definitely be in jail for that day, but how has that experience humbled you? You have to take advantage of life, because you just never know, what may happen, and some things you're just not in control of. I try to live right to the best of my ability. Try to help people in the community. I'm always giving back, but at any given moment, something can happen, and somebody has the power to actually take your life away. And so that's crazy to me. You know what I mean? To even sit there and think about somebody could take your freedom, kids, and we're talking about in different scenarios. CPS can take your child, your freedom from jail, license. A lot of things that we earn, we can get taken away from in a blink of an eye.
Right? And that's scary, but it also lets you know that you have to live life to the fullest. You know what I mean? Every single day is a gift. And you have to embrace that gift and just really enjoy it. That's why people do it all the time. They think I don't care when I just don't stress. You know what I mean? So my mentality, I'm not going to stress over it. Why stress when you can pray? I give it to God and I leave it alone. It ain't my problem no more. And that's how I live life. Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, because stressing becomes a really big part of life. You know, stressing about a lot of things that you can't change.
You can't change it, right? So why stress over it? If I can't change it, there's no need for me to stress. You know, and if I really believe in the power of God, then if I'm going to give it to him, it's not my job to take it back from him and try to fix it myself. It's yours. I ain't got nothing to do with it now.
I like that. It's Sunday. I'm feeling it. Like, I am in church right now. Yes, I am definitely, I'm feeling that. And so Natural Average Joe, when does that premiere?
Well, I premiered it actually in the first week of January the 4th, because my mom's birthday is January the 5th.
Aww.
So I started my own film festival. So every year I'll be doing, it's called the 1558 Film Festival.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, in honor of my mother. Oh. So I started my own film festival. It was great, and I premiered that at the film festival in Rochester, New York. So I'll be doing that every year. And so right now it's on Vimeo, and it has been picked up by a couple of different film festivals. Actually, in June it will be in here in Harlem, in the Harlem Film Festival.
Oh.
So it'll be playing in Harlem, in the Harlem Film Festival in June. Yeah.
Look at that. Oh my God. I definitely want to get into film festivals when it comes down to, like, you know, the work that I do. I do like documentaries. Okay. Called Missing on Long Island.
Wow.
That's the plug-in right there. Watch Missing on Long Island. But I definitely want to get into the film world, because that's a different world. You're in different worlds. We're talking about comedy, now we're talking about film. So Natural Average Joe, was that one of your first films, or you have done films in the past? I've
acted in a lot. This was my first one that I actually directed.
Yes.
And actually put out and produced myself.
Yes, under.
Yes, under VE Productions. Yeah. That's all me. And shout out to Arlen Entertainment and Iron Visuals, who came to help me with that. Yeah. So that was also my first one. I actually, put together myself, and we shot it all in one day. It was an awesome shoot.
I was gonna ask, like, what was the duration of shooting it?
We shot it all in one day, man.
Really?
We worked hard on that one, and it was just a great time shooting it. But yeah, that was my first one. I've done a bunch of different stage plays.
And how was that experience from acting? Because when you act and you're recording, you can keep doing it over and over again. But when you're in a stage play,
you got to be able to bring it like it's live. Yeah, it's live, and we're going at it, and so my stage play, I'm excited about that. I actually got it's this thing called the Rock Awards that they do in Rochester, New York. So my stage play got nominated for Stage Play of the Year.
Really?
Yeah, for the Rock Awards. It's called If Their World Was Ours. So I took the story of Jesus Christ's birth and I put it in today's times. So it's a comedy.
I like how you're always incorporating Bible, God.
That's my mission. My mission is to really put the message out there, but try to put it in a way where it just makes you want to think and go back and read the stories and make it relatable.
Yeah.
So I mean, you look at that story, you think about it nowadays, like, come on, and if you called your fiance, y'all ain't never did nothing, and you tell him, yo, babe, I'm pregnant, and it's by an angel. Can you imagine his reaction? Like,
that would be a whole stand-up comedy. That'd be a whole film itself. Let me tell you.
Like, say what? So yeah. So it's a funny play. Just to bring that into life.
I love what you're doing. You're bringing current situations, real life situations, into the light, whether it's in a comedic way or whether it's in a serious way, to really grab people's attention.
That's the key.
And that's the key. And I'm so glad that you came on here and you definitely letting us know what's up. What you're doing, what's up. So 2020, it's still a new year. Oh my God, it is 2020. I can't believe it. Yeah. It's still like, wow, new decade, new time. This is, the decade where we got to get it together. We have to and when it comes down to social media, when it comes down to tools like that, has definitely helped you in what you wanted to do. And I'm so glad that I always say, I'm so glad that we have those tools to help us be what we want to be. Right. We can be entrepreneurs. Well, we are. Filmmakers. Right. You can legit grab anybody that's interested to work with.
That's true.
So how is it working with other people when it comes down to your film?
I love working with other people. I love collabing. I'm not one of those where it's like, this is my vision, let's go. I love collabing because I think everybody brings something different. And I try to always see it from everybody else's point of view. Because at the end of the day, especially when you put stuff out for the public, you're not the only one watching it. So you can't make it just to make it make sense to you. It has to make sense to everybody.
Every single one.
So I love collabing with people and bringing people in just to see their ideas. And my biggest thing is also just giving people a chance to show their gifts. Like my mom always said, as long as you help others, God will always take care of you. So I live by that mantra. So if filmmakers, actors, whatever, I bring them all in. Let's come together. Let's make it happen.
And make magic. And that's what you've been doing. Yeah. So do you have any other films coming out? Any other? I know you definitely have shows coming up as well.
Yeah. A bunch of shows. I'll be in Delaware next weekend. Bringing a funny to Delaware. It's going to be a funny comedy show. Mac Page, he does a show every year for his softball team. So he does it as a fundraiser for a softball team.
That's
so
nice.
I'll be starring in that. After I get married August the 8th. Shout out to my baby Blue. Love you, darling. So thank you.
So many good things happening, Valentino.
It's 2020, man. I'm happy about it. So right after that, I'll be shooting my stand-up special called Ain't No Laughing Matter. So my stand-up comedy special
definitely
that will be produced by the Laugh House is actually backing that from the people that did Kevin Hart's come out. So they're backing this special. So I'm excited about that. So that's really what I'm focused on, that and then the film. And I'm actually gonna give you the exclusive because I haven't.
We got a T-Talk exclusive.
I'm going to be dropping a stage play. It's actually a stage play concert, and it's called "Love in the Lyrics." And so I'll be dropping that this year. I'm almost done writing it, and so it's going to be. Yeah, it's going to be something totally different. Something totally.
You have a lot going on. How do you keep up? You about to get married. You write. How do you keep up with all of that?
I just have a great support system. My fiance is amazing. You know what I mean? She pushes me, but she also tells me when I need to sit down. Sometimes I listen, sometimes I don't. So. But it inspires me, man. I think it's just inspiration. Like, I'll sleep when I'm dead. That's my motto.
Exactly.
I got 7, my mom, my 4 kids, and my fiance. So I have to keep pushing so that I can make sure their legacy is set.
It's taken care of.
You know what I mean? So I just keep on moving. And it's all about just structuring yourself, though.
That's the key. That's all it's about, structuring yourself and seeing, and make time for what you want to make time for as well. Yeah. And that's why you are progressing in all the aspects in your life, which is amazing. Yeah. So that's why 2020 is going to be your 2020
year. 2020 vision, man. You got that vision right there.
Yes,
see clearly.
I love that 2020 vision.
2020 vision. Come out the blur. See clearly.
So I want to thank you again.
Yes.
Valentino, for coming on my show.
Thank you. Thanks for
getting the
me.
experience. This was the experience right here. This is the experience right here. But definitely. So good luck to you in 2020. And
thank you so much, man. And I appreciate everything. And just keep a lookout. Also, don't forget, if you got the TuneIn app, I'm on every morning, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., WXIR 100.9 FM. It's an inspirational experience radio show. So listen for it. It's a beautiful thing, man. Thank you so much for your time. I'm happy to be here. I love it, man. T-Talk.